Alright, this is Versus Z with a video review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Skids. And don't let this Skids figure fool you. As funky as he looks, he's probably the funkiest looking Transformer Autobot humanoid body style shaped figure you've ever seen in this entire face of the planet Earth. And that's saying a lot. But he is a nice figure, I have to say. I've heard a lot of good reviews on him. So I just wanted to see what was up with him. Looking at the pictures in the back of the box, it was kind of like I don't know how this is a good figure because because the box art makes it look really chunky and it had a whole bunch of kibble. I mean obviously you can see where the kibble are. You can see it in the back, all over the legs. But a lot of the car transformers are always like this. They always have a lot of kibble in the back. But anyway, it's a really nice figure. Let me show you his Mecha Light feature. You just press down on his grill, and all those panels on the side they start shifting, and his head kind of bobs forward. Also, his little gimmick here. You press this little tab right here, and pow. And then while that happens, this cannon will pop open too. So I mean, you can still get this guy in pretty awesome poses. Like I like him like this, kind of like bring it on. I'm ugly, but I got something. I got a punch, kind of thing. It looks really nice. A lot of the other things you see on here are added details, like a little gold right there. I did that. The silver highlights here, and speaking of the crotch area, that's where his Autobot symbol is. Very subtle, like all the other signs, but that's too subtle there. I really like how he added the details on arms, especially on this arm. It's so huge and plain without all the added details. So I went ahead and decided to give it a little bit more gold because I realized the Autobots had a lot of gold gears on them. Also, another thing, his face. You guys see, he has when you get this, his left eye is all in black. But then when you look at it, in the on the box, both of his eyes are actually silver, and his teeth, one's supposed to be gold, the other's supposed to be silver, and it was just green or whatever color he is. So I went ahead and added the detail there too. I did panel line the guy also, but you guys will see all that the rest of this review. So let's get to that. All right, so here we have Skids in his alt mode. It's a Chevy Beat concept. Well, I don't know if it's a concept at this point, but it's nice customized ride. Really good, really good, really good. Rolls very well. Heck of a lot of robot kibble underneath. I did add some panel lines, although it's not very apparent on the camera, but they are there. The Chevy symbol is right there. It's in silver. I might highlight it a bit better. I did a few changes to the wheels, like typically on the axle right there, you can kind of see some of the paint chipping. So I'm gonna go like with another layer of black marker and hide that silver axle, and then on the outside, like on the rims, I highlighted them silver because otherwise the wheel is all black, and like in the high res pictures I've seen that his rims at least have a polished lip, so I decided to go ahead and add that too. I was surprised he has no like exhaust pipes. I was really gonna add those on. These might be exhaust pipes, but they look too abnormal to be exhaust pipes. So I don't know. I wanted to add the details in the exhaust pipes, but anyway. License plate said Skids. He really wants everyone to know he Skids. Transformation for this thing is pretty awesomely hard, and I love it. He actually is a small figure. I'm kind of zoomed in a little bit, but let's transform him. You just want to start off by lifting up the tabs here on the door, pushing them out, and then bring them down. Do the same here. Sorry, let me zoom out for a little bit. Okay. You want to unhide his feet here. Just bring them out. Then you're going to take the passenger side mirrors, tuck them downward, and take the back panels and attach them onto a peg on his ankles. And these door panels will eventually be his ankles, or at least his heel spurs. A lot of these ROTF figures seem to want to have heel spurs for some reason, or at least things that help as heel spurs. And you kind of want to just make sure his legs are straight so you can get him standing now. Like I said, use those panels as heel spurs. And now we have Skids in his Gerwalk mode. Now, okay, so next you want to take the hood and just remove it. Grab by the windshield. Take the arms, which are the back portion of the car, and just like bring them out. They're on these barred hinges, these silver bars. Just want to swing them outward, so that way you can get his arms out. And just bring them out so you can have some room to work around the figure. Then it gets crazy. You're going to take the head out and tuck the chest in, just for now. Then, yeah, now it gets crazy. This whole assembly here down the middle is going to go inward, while these two here, it's going to stay up here. So you kind of just want to be rough with this figure, a little bit, just a little bit rough. And make sure that, yeah, make sure from the top it looks like a cross. You can tuck this panel in now if you'd like. So now it gets funky. You just want to lift the barred hinge assembly here and just lift it up. And now you can kind of get it into, you can kind of get that round peg into that hole right there. I'm not sure if that's how it is in the transformation exactly, but just for now. Then you're going to take the whole assembly and rotate it 180 degrees. So now you want to take this assembly and lift it up a little bit. That peg is going to go into that hole right there, so you're going to lift this chest up. Make sure it tabs in. Tuck in the his lower lip. And then there's also these two silver pegs that are going to go into those two holes right there. That's how you know things are going to go good. And then you can adjust the arms now if you'd like. The panels, the car panels here, they can stay however they want. Like they can stay like that if you'd like. Rotate them however you want them to look. For now, let's just leave it this way. Okay, this is where I really need to pay attention to the transformation because I could do this wrong at any time. Yeah, I guess that peg will go into the hole. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it's going to go into there. Then that'll tuck in there. Leave these panels as low as they can. You're going to take this assembly, make sure that peg falls into the hole right behind his head. And there you go. I think I did it right for once on camera. And there you go. You can just tuck that panel in. And for the most part, here is Skids in his robot mode. So that wasn't too hard, right? Psych. That was kind of difficult for some, but like I said, I love it. He does have minor standing issues, very minor, not as much as some, but just very minor standing issues. Like I said, you can always use these car panels here as heel spurs, and I'm sure everyone does that anyway. So as you can see, he doesn't look all that bad. He actually really isn't all that bad, really. He's actually, one of the better ROTF figures that we've been having so far. I've only picked and selected the best of the worst, really. But yeah, his articulation's pretty good, surprisingly. His arms will rotate 360, both arms. Both arms can rotate under the bicep, bend at 2 points at the elbow, both arms as well. And this arm here will have rotating wrists, ever so slightly. His head will go side to side. Can't really go up and down, but that's all part of his Mecha Live gimmick anyway. So this arm, pretty much same articulation, it's just that the arm is bigger. And you see he still has two hinges for the elbow joint. His hand here has a kind of a hinge where all the fingers can move, but that doesn't do much justice for me. I just like to keep it this way anyway because it just looks a lot better, just a punch, His legs are pretty nice. He has no waist, of course, because everything's locked in, but his legs are pretty nice. Go forward, backward, in and out of the body, rotate here at the knee. Also can swing outward a little bit at the knee, just a little bit. for balance purposes, I believe, 2 points of bending at the knee as well. So one up there, or one up there, and then one down here in the bottom of the leg. His feet are on ball joints, but they can never move ever so slightly. I mean, yeah, they barely have enough articulation. Just enough to get him to stand in different poses. But yeah, he's actually pretty nice. I'm excited about his brother Mudflap. I'm definitely gonna pick that up. He's a really nice figure. I have nothing bad to say about him except probably, I mean, he will have very minor standing issues, but you won't be able to hate him for that. As for his size, if you guys have Universe Hound, he's about that size. So he's actually pretty small, and it's in scale, and that's really good. So anyway, this has been a video review for Deluxe Class Skids from Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.